Hello.
Hello.
Hi, how you
I
doing
think the
today?
network is bad. I'm good.
Yeah, it happens all the time, right? So what's your name?
My name is Loretta Ndekamu,
Nice meeting you, Larita. Where are you located?
Lagos State, Nigeria.
Nice. So how old are you?
I'm in my late 30s.
Okay. So what's the questions for today?
Hmm. I'll be asking about relationship. Um, my number one question is, why do people cheat in a relationship and still claim they love their partners?
Okay, the first question I want to ask to get clarification is, who are you talking about cheating, the man or the female?
Both sex.
Both sex. Okay. For men, you understand, men cheat because of the way their mind is designed. You understand? So the first thing we need to understand is this. Men are designed differently when it comes to the way their brain is structured. Originally, you understand? If you go to Genesis, Genesis talks about when the creation started, that men are supposed to multiply, which means that they are, they have boundless opportunities to procreate. And when Adams and Eve were together and discharged, that's the first thing they did. Like they need to fill their heads with a lot of people. So as a result, and when you go to biology, biology also talks about a single man can actually pregnate over 1,000 people, 1,000 females, right? So as a result, and if you go back again to the biblical theory and the entire biblical design, you notice that men and even our forefathers, they married more than one wife. And that's how they are designed. Men are supposed the way their brains is designed is such a way that they are not designed for a one single woman. You understand? But technology, modernizations has made this happen that men sticks to one woman. But in reality, if you check very well, you see that our forefathers or the great grandfathers, when you look at Abraham has two wives. At least they have one, which was a maid that was converted to wife. You understand? Then if you also check out Jacob, Jacob has the sisters. You understand? And if you go back to the kings, you understand? David had multiple wives. If you go to Solomon, he has multiples. I mean, you have 300, 300 wives, 7,000, 700 concubines. So when you look at things in this fashion, you understand that men are designed to have more than one wife. But not every man has the capacity to manage more than one wife.
Hmm.
You understand? So as a result, men goes out and fulfill their sexual desires. And that does not necessarily mean that they love the woman they are exercising their sexual desire with. They just do it for the fun because of how their brain is designed. The woman they actually loved, sometimes they have less sex with, and they take care and pamper them. And that's something more common with men, that they do more experimentations with women out there that's not their wives than the experimentations they will do with their wife. But not all the men, but most men. Then when it comes to women, women don't necessarily cheat, but they only cheat with somebody who they have had a encounter with. You understand? Maybe their ex, and also if they have to cheat with somebody who is different or somebody recently known, it has to be with the fact that the person is financially supporting them, or the person is the only person available to emotionally carry them along, especially when they have disconnected from their main boyfriend or their main husband. So this set of two people are the kind of men women cheat with. You understand? Because women think before they actually have sex with somebody. Men don't really think before they have sex. They just do it because if they want to, and they just go ahead with it. Does that answer your question?
Yes. Yes.
But also
Okay,
have
my
it in
second.
mind,
Okay.
before a woman cheats, that means she has lost connections and she's no more in love. But a man can cheat and still be in love with the woman they're cheating on. So another question.
Yes. Why are in-laws controlling?
The question, let's look at it as organizations. You understand? The shareholders of organizations usually control the CEOs and also influence the board of director decisions. In-laws can be considered as shareholders. You understand? So in every marriage, your in-laws, they are the main support, emotionally support, financially support us most sometimes, depending. And they're always going to be there when things go bad. Just the same thing as shareholders. They put all their finances into organizations. And when things go bad, they're going to be the one that feels the pain the most. You understand? So the reasons why shareholders, like in-laws, controls is because they want to actually make sure that the marriage works. Even though the controlling might be very affecting and very disturbing most times, it's necessary that in-laws are involved in marriage. If you check the Indians' marriage, the in-laws actually are the ones that connect the couples together. Sometimes the couples don't even know each other. And when it comes together in this form, the marriage lasts longer. Relationships or marriage that does not include or involve in-laws, they tend to easily die because you have no supporter or you have no connecting bridge that puts these people together. And if you go back also to our forefathers, when they're getting married, usually they don't even know the wife. The man tells his parents, or the parents feels that this man is old enough to have a husband, or to have a wife, and they quickly start searching. That's who is the best woman we can give to our son. On the same thing, also on the woman's side, they'll start looking. Who is the best man that we can give to our daughter? So these in-laws meet and they discuss and say, okay, we have a very young man, hardworking, responsible, has reached the age of marriage. And we think your wife, and we think of your child has the capacity and has the potential, and also with good behaviors, and your family are very responsible, and we think both of them can match up very well. So it might be the first meetings, they might not even know each other, but through one connection or the other, these in-laws come together and they talk. And at the end of the day, the marriage commences. They introduce both of them together, and that might be the first time they're knowing each other. And usually they hardly say no. And from there, the marriage starts. So with the support of the parents on both sides, the relationship grows. They have the first baby, second baby, third baby. Now they've grown into the marriage. And they endure ups and downs in the marriage. They're afraid to walk out of the marriage because it involves both families. But with modernizations and civilizations, men and women just meet on the internet or meet on the street. And from there is the man that introduced the woman to the husband, family. And the wife also introduced the husband to the woman's family. You understand? And at the end of the day, they know little of each other. And that's why they said in Africa, they have traditional marriage. The traditional marriage is technically an introduction, official introductions. You understand? Eventually, they would have known before the traditional marriage. But at the end of the day, those marriage doesn't last long because of the process that it's involved in the connections of the two in-laws. And that's why you see we struggle to keep marriages these days. You understand? So because of that, in-laws tends to be involving because they actually start knowing the other in-laws after they've gotten married. So this in-laws of this father is thinking about the in-law of the mothers must not mess up. I mean, the must mess up, things must go the way they want it to go. And the one that has the big pockets financially tends to be more controlling than the one that is less financially involving. So that's one of the major reasons. The reason it has to do with everybody's trying to protect their own children or their own child. Does that answer the question?
Okay, yeah, yes, yes. Okay, I have another question for you.
Right.
Why is it that whenever a woman is about to get married, they tell her to change her line? It's funny.
It's funny.
Yes.
Okay. If you want to start a new job, do you keep their phone number if they give you a phone? A phone. Let's say you have your official phone. Do you keep their phone number?
The previous job, no. If you're starting a
Okay.
new job, you'll be given an official line, and then you still have your own personal line.
Okay. The question now is that the official lines that you got when you get another new job. Let's say you work with MTN Nigeria, and you have a they give you official phone, and now you're moving down to Heltel Nigeria, and they give you official phone, official car, official house. Will you take everything along with you to the other company?
No.
Okay. And if you check the first questions, I told you that women only cheat with somebody they already know. It's easier, or somebody they've had sexual relationship with. It's very difficult for them to cheat with somebody they have no connection at all with. It's not that it's difficult, but it's not something common. So one of the best ways for a man to protect his wife and make sure that the whole things are passed away, like the Bible says, and new things is beginning, is to erase all the old memories, all the old connections, and you guys lost it all. And that's going to help you to concentrate. Imagine you have your ex, you understand, on your phone, and you're just newly married. Now you're bored. The guy said hello. Are you going to ignore his text?
Depending on the text.
He just said hello.
I can say hello too, but
Why would he say
there'll
hello?
be a bridge. There'll be a bridge because he knows I'm married.
Okay, this is what happens. Men don't understand that you're married. When men are close to you, they want something more than just being close. You understand? They want to see you in the bedroom. You understand? You cannot have a man as a friend. It's not possible, except if the man is very ugly, or the woman is very ugly. So at that point in time, they are not connected. But if they have relationship before, the chances of them getting into bed when there's nobody is high. You understand? Especially if the ex happens to be financially stable. You understand? He can just send you for a birthday, he sent you like maybe 200,000, and your husband only give you 20,000 for your birthday. So the next day he called you and say, "Hey, I'm in town." Oh, and you tell them, "Oh, my husband is around, I can't come today." I say, "Okay, no problem. I'll just pass him by. I just want to say hello. Send me your account number. Send you another 20K." And one day he called you and say, "Hey, can I see you?" Maybe when your husband is not around. The chances that you're going to go see him is high because he has been able to influence you with money, and also because he has been in a relationship with you in the past. The tendency of you guys getting together secretly is also high. But what if you don't have the person's contact? He doesn't have to send you money. You understand? The possibility is zero. So that's why most men always, can you raise your camera? I mean, put your cameras down a little bit. You can't see your face.
Okay, sorry.
Okay, good. So based on that, men don't want you to maintain that whole relationship. They want it over the moment they have ownership of you, the moment they find out that you guys become one. You understand? You understand? When you graduate from your university, do you go
I
back and
don't.
say, I want to take classes again without intending to take
No,
another degree?
no.
So once you finish one relationship, it's over. It's over. Focus on the current one. Put more energy into that and build that relationship without any interference. Any external factors. Look at, let's say your husband offended you and you're looking for a shoulder to lean on and your ex was there. You understand? And the first thing that comes into your mind, if you guys are in a talking term, is to report your husband to your ex. And what do you think he's gonna do? Leave the guy. He's not responsible. You understand? And if he finds out you're broke, he can send you some money. He might even tell you, oh, just I'm in Abuja. Tell your husband that you're leaving, that you're coming back, and he sends you a ticket fare and all that. You're gonna fly, and whatever happens in between of you, only God can tell. Does that help?
No,
Okay. Why?
no. I talked to my ex. I
Yeah.
have a good communication with him,
Yeah.
and he has never for once. He's also a married man. He
Okay.
even got married before me.
Okay.
He has never for once say any foul language or used any foul language on me or all those rubbish kind of talks.
Okay.
I've not heard something like that. So
Do,
I always get surprised when I see or hear people saying I had to change my line because I'm getting married. I had to stay off this and all that. You don't need to be an enemy to somebody because you're moving forward.
okay. That's true. I agree. But that's when it comes to relationship. You understand? Let me give you an instance.
Okay.
A lizard usually crawls on the wall. If there's no crack on the wall, the lizard will stay on the wall. As soon as there's crack, the lizard goes in. I don't know if you understand. Let me now explain. Your ex never talk about it, but you guys still communicate. Scenarios, things can happen that you guys can just have it on a day that you didn't plan, but he has been preparing for. Men are not wired to be just friends with the women. You understand? So except you put them as a working place or working associate. But any man that you have a relationship with, the slightest opportunity, you will knock at the door. You understand? Let me create a scenario that something like that could happen. Let's say for some reason you left Lagos and you went to Abuja or Port Harcourt, and that's where your ex is. And maybe you went for a job interview or something. So you're gonna be there for 3 days. He knows you're around. He stays in a hotel there. You think he's not gonna sneak and just come to your hotel room to talk to you, right? And do you think he's just gonna let you go and walk away? No, he's gonna make an initial attempt. But let's say you're the one of the best times to actually penetrate a woman for most men is when they are emotionally down as a result of probably their husband as the person that they love. At that point in time, they're very vulnerable. So that shoulder that you're resting your head on can actually be that guy that eventually take advantage of you when you think he's just a friend and the relationship is over. Does that make sense?
Yes, it does now.
All right.
Mm.
Any other question?
No, I'm fulfilled. I'm fulfilled. At least I've
Thank you
learned
very much,
something.
Larita.
You're
So
welcome.
technically, this is what happens. In-laws are not supposed to get involved fully into marriage couples because most of the marriages get destroyed when in-laws actually fully get involved. They should allow the new couples to understand themselves and walk through the process of marriage by themselves. And also, like I said, men and women do cheat, and we all cheat in different ways. The best thing you can do in your marriage is to get close to your husband and try to acquaint yourselves with what he likes and what he doesn't like. The same thing as women, as men to love their wife. You understand? As long as you continue to respect your husband, he will always keep you on a high esteem. And it's only men that loves the woman. The only thing that the Bible says about women to men is they should honor their husband. So when you honor your husband, it's technically you're loving him. You understand? And when you show him respect, you're loving him. That's what you want. But men are supposed to love their wife. So looking at all this, we can always keep our relationship by following the basic rules. What you don't need, don't keep it around you. If your relationship is over, focus on your husband and keep your home in a safe place. All right. Thank you
Yeah,
very much,
thank you
Loretta.
very much.
It's
Thank
nice having
you.
you here. Have a great day.
Thank you. And